Okay, so why don't you tell us if you remember where you were on September 11th, 2011?
September 11th, 2011, I was in Gloucester, New Jersey. I was teaching at St. Mary's, and I was teaching first grade. What I remember was the secretary came to the door, and so I kind of stood at the door as I was watching my class, and she just said that an airplane had crashed into one of the towers. And I tried to ask her more questions, but she said, I don't want you to say anything to the first grade. We can talk about this later. So I said, okay. But like within minutes, one of my students was called to the office to go home. And so then the little guys are looking at me like, how come they're going home? And then another one was called to go home. And then another one was called to go home. So I just told them that something terrible had happened and that their parents just wanted them close by.
What do you remember most about that day?
After that happened, then the secretary came back to my door and said that it happened again. So, and more students were being pulled over the loudspeaker. This family was going home, this family was going home. And you could see that the first graders were just very confused as to, what is going on. I remember that when it was my break, probably I think it was like around 11:30, the first thing I did was went to the news to see what was going on, because I didn't even know what was going on. I only heard what the secretary had told me. And I was like in shock and disbelief. It was just hard to conceive that this could actually happen. Then we went on as a regular school day, and then at dismissal, the different teachers were talking about what was going on, but we still didn't really know a lot of the facts until we actually got home and watched the news.
What do you remember feeling? Did you call your family or?
Yes, I remember calling my mom, and she was a little shaken and upset about it. And I remember my children were little, so I had one in kindergarten and the other one was in third grade. So on the ride home, because they were in the same school that I was working in, on the ride home they were saying, what was happening today? How come all these people were leaving? How come all? And I tried to explain it to them, but they were really confused too. They didn't understand it a little bit more once we got home and they could see what was going on through the news. But it was still like a shock. I think it was more shock until later on. Then I was really feeling for the people in New York, just trying to imagine, what they were going through, and it was just very hard to understand, like how this could happen around us, so close to us.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.